The Aftermath of Kursk, a reckoning looms for Ukraine, political analyst weighs. In the wake of recent provocations in the Kursk region, Russia's ambassador to the U.S., Anatoly Antonov, has signaled that a powerful response is imminent. His assertion that President Vladimir Putin is poised to punish for Kursk has sparked intense speculation about the scale and nature of Russia's next move. But is this merely the ambassador's personal interpretation, or does it foreshadow an unprecedented escalation? Pravda. Russia delved into these questions with military analyst and political scientist Dmitry Taran, who sheds light on the strategic implications of Antonov's statement. Is Ambassador Antonov's statement just his personal opinion, or does it indicate a significant forthcoming response to the invasion of the Kursk region? Diplomatic statements, especially from ambassadors, are never personal musings, they are carefully calibrated messages aligned with leadership. Antonov's words must be understood within the broader context of Russia's current stance amid calls for peace and negotiations, largely pushed by the so-called Party of Peace both within Russia and from the West. This faction, recognizing their faltering position in Ukraine, has been advocating for dialogue. However, our leadership remains steadfast in achieving the objectives set out when the Special Military Operation, SMO, began in 2022. The U.S. had opportunities to de-escalate but chose not to, leading to Ukraine's reckless incursion, reminiscent of past tragedies like Beslan. Thus, a decisive response is inevitable. Antonov's statement is not just rhetoric, it is a coordinated position that leaves no room for doubt. Is this message directed at Washington? Does the U.S. really care about Ukraine, or are they prepared to abandon it like other allies in the past? The U.S. is far from indifferent to Ukraine. Ukraine has become the epicenter of global geopolitical struggles, and Washington is committed to this battle, even to the last Ukrainian soldier. The deployment of F-16s and the involvement of NATO pilots underscore that the U.S. is fully invested in this conflict. They're not simply going to walk away. Drawing parallels, it's worth recalling the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021, an event that reshaped global perceptions of American power. Often described as a retreat or chaotic exit, the withdrawal marked the end of the longest war in U.S. history, spanning 20 years. Growing public and political fatigue over the conflict prompted the Trump administration to sign a deal with the Taliban*, leading to the withdrawal of foreign troops in exchange for security assurances. Yet, the speed and disorder of the exit stunned the world, leaving Afghan forces ill-prepared to resist the Taliban's swift takeover. The final days in Kabul were a scene of chaos, with thousands of Afghans desperately trying to escape as the Taliban* closed in on the capital. The U.S. managed a large-scale evacuation of its citizens and Afghan allies, but many were left behind. Following the departure of foreign troops, the Taliban* swiftly established control, reasserting their power and declaring an Islamic emirate. This turn of events severely damaged the U.S.'s credibility as a global leader, leaving many of its allies disillusioned and questioning America's commitment to its partners. The shocking images of people clinging to planes as they departed Kabul left an indelible mark on the public consciousness. While Ukraine's situation is different, the memory of Afghanistan lingers as a cautionary tale. The U.S. may have the resolve to continue supporting Ukraine for now, but history has shown that even seemingly unwavering commitments can unravel under the weight of unforeseen circumstances. As tensions escalate, the world watches closely to see if Ukraine will remain a focal point of American foreign policy or if, like Afghanistan, it could one day find itself abandoned. The stakes are immense, and as Russia prepares its response, the consequences for both Ukraine and the broader global order could be profound. In